How do you like that? The old girl didn't even ask me to tune her up at all. Well, boys, Firewood is here. He's gonna stack all the logs up right in there in that area. You wanna see more? Well, guys, there she is. Our next load of wood. One triaxle load. She looks pretty good. This one's hollow, but that's the only one. I am looking to see if it's all oak. It looks like 90% of it is, at least. There's one down there. It's a little one, maybe 5 inches. $700 for the triaxle load, just in case you're wondering. And those of you who ever thought about getting into the firewood business, this is kind of the way you'd want to do it. You don't want to be running around dragging logs out of the woods to make your firewood and stuff. It just ain't worth it unless you got logging equipment. You know what I mean? It's $700. You're looking at about $100 a cord to buy it in this form, delivered to your location. So figure out your cost from there. Me personally, I probably wouldn't do it for less than about $300 and a quarter a cord. You know what I mean? But again, that's a lot of work that I'm not interested in doing. So I don't do firewood sales. I just do it for myself. You know what I mean? But that's a healthy stack of logs there. You know what I'll need? She's a pretty healthy stack. There's a big one here. He'd asked if he could give it to me. He didn't know if I'd be able to handle it, and yeah, that's definitely, I can handle that. I can handle whatever he throws at me, you know what I mean? Most guys only want these little sticks. They don't want the bigger ones because they're running little tiny, you know, Home Depot saws. So he had a couple of bigger ones here he wanted to get rid of, and I can handle that. There we go. There's our next load. We'll put her out here. We're going to try to have this done fairly quickly, and then get another load in, which he left room for another load just beyond it there. So we'll be able to put 2 loads here side by side. You know what I mean? And we're going to start from here and work our way down. That's our plan or goal or whatever you want to call it. Next, we got to get a furnace, a new old outside furnace. That's our next goal. Now, as per tradition, the last time I ever cut firewood with my dad, that's the saw we ran. And the last time we got a triaxle load of logs, we made the first cuts with this saw. And today, we're gonna do the same thing. At least I hope, because it's probably been a year or two since this saw's been fired up. So hopefully the old Homelite fires up, you know what I mean? It's an XL-700. So if you're familiar with the 925s, this is basically the first version. Manual oiling only, 77cc, I believe. It's been a while. I did modify it to accept the muffler from a 925. So it sounds better. These 925 mufflers like this, they sound better. They're not so ear piercing. You know what I mean? Let's see if she fires up and oils and all that stuff, and see if we can get some cuts out of her. Alrighty. like that. The old girl didn't even ask me to tune her up at all. Started, ran, cut just fine. Absolutely flawlessly. If you've been on my channel for a while, since the beginning, this is the first saw that we ever tore down, put back together on the channel. Right here, the very first one. No porting work or nothing. We just tore her down, redid everything on it, and put her back together, and now she's an absolutely fantastic running Firewood. Yeah, vintage Firewood saw. I think it's from 1968 if I remember correctly. So there we go, little Homelite action. So there we go, tracks, little logs, got our first cuts, and we're set to go. We'll probably end up having all that wood burnt this coming season, and I want to get more to help work a season ahead, you know what I mean? So that's kind of our plans, but hope you enjoyed this one. Catch you in the next one. Later.